Alright, well, we're right here at the high speed ring, and I'm gonna demonstrate it to Jay over here how to handle a Corvette CR1 C6 edition from 2009. And as soon as I can get in, well, away we go. The thing about this version of the Corvette is that it has some pretty tricky handling. Usually, it's very stiff on handling after you put in the aero parts. So you actually have to do some very specific changes in the suspension to get it turning normally. But you still have to slow down to be able to turn fully. But it's a lot better than what it used to be. I'm handling the straightaway very normal. But I still have to brake very deep to make these turns. Nice and easy. Now, back to what I wanted to say previously. There was some goings on that's been said for a long time. It's basically the misconception of GT5 standards. A lot of people keep saying up and down that Polyphony Digital are lazy and they just ported everything over from Gran Turismo 4 for standards. That is not true. If you actually take a good look at these cars, you can see texture resolution for texture resolution, polygon for polygon. These are not PS2 models. What they actually are instead are PSP models. These are the exact models in standard form from Gran Turismo PSP. Why? Because one of the biggest things Polyphony Digital had in mind was the connectivity. Being able to port cars from Gran Turismo PSP over to GT5. And these car models actually had to be redone. Not just in Gran Turismo PSP because of the low polygons, but for the enhancements that they do receive here in GT5, like improved transparency, that way you can actually see the drivers. But so far, the polygon count and the texture resolution is the same as the PSP version. If you can actually compare side by side, you can actually see that the PS2 models actually do look better than these standards. That's because the PSP models are around half the polygon counts of the PS2 models, around 2,000 to 2,500 as opposed to the PS2's 4,000 to 6,000 polygons per car. Now, this will probably make people even more mad, but I hope they understand what Polyphony Digital was actually trying to accomplish with the standard car mod. Will we see more premiums? Yes, because there's also another misunderstanding. See, people don't realize that Polyphony Digital said a long time ago that the even-numbered Gran Turismos always represent what the machine is capable of doing, and the even-numbered Gran Turismos actually represent pushing the limits of what the system can do. So most likely we'll see a hell of a lot more premiums in the even-numbered Gran Turismo 6 than we will in Gran Turismo 5. Did I mistakenly said even numbers being demonstrations? I meant the odd-numbered Gran Turismos being demonstrations for what the machine can do, like GT5 here, like GT3 was. Remember the low number of cars that were in Gran Turismo 3? It's the same situation here with GT5. It's a very big thing to take into consideration. It may make you madder, but it'll also give you an understanding, a much better understanding of what Polyphony Digital are trying to do. But hopefully, they're not done with Gran Turismo 5 yet. I hope they have a Spec 3 update. I hope they can bring more cars in. I just hope they just don't rush in Gran Turismo 6. And I just hope they stick to their pattern of the even number actually being the most complete version. Just like Gran Turismo 2 and 4 were. It's so hard to handle this car with this wing. That's why I actually had to make alterations in the suspension. I had to change around the toe angles. Actually, you have to give positive toe angle in the front and negative in the back. It may seem strange to you guys, but it actually gets the job done because look how much better I'm turning. Now, granted, if I didn't have this wing, I would still turn a lot better under normal circumstances. But there are advantages to some aero parts. And I like the control that this wing does give me. Also, happy 15th anniversary Gran Turismo. I've been playing this series since Gran Turismo 1, and I'm very grateful for the experiences I've got. If I ever get into another racing sim in the future, it'll most likely be because Gran Turismo got me into the genre in the first place. Basically, I never forget my roots. Oh man. By the way, this track here is High Speed Arena. This is a very old original track made by Digital around one. It has gone through quite the evolution over the years. And right there, ah! Rape! 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 You just had to get your revenge. Yeah, you can do a lot more damage than that. Oh, look at the scratch! Look at that scratch! Yeah, look at your car. I see it. Yeah, it also showed a lot of my stress. Woo. Oh, I think I'm out of breath from all that talking. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a good tune to help you be able to handle that car better. Yes, absolutely. You can set up right now. Just go back to settings. Yeah. Alright, that's cool. Yeah, it's not race. It's just, yeah, that's the wonderful thing about this lounge. You can actually just drive and talk at the same time as long as you want. It's great stress relief. If you don't want to race and you just want to fucking drive and talk to people, that's all you have to do if you want. That's like the best chat room ever. I remember when that car that you're holding, they made a big deal out of it in the PlayStation blog being the first DLC car. Well, not the first DLC car, it was the first major sponsored car for Gran Turismo PSP.